Hello, welcome back. It's a new day. Thank you for stopping in. I'm Brenda, and welcome to Your Way Crafting. Today I'm just going to read from Galatians 5 and 1. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm, then, and do not let yourself be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. Amen. So I hope you are all having a wonderful day. I have my project ready to go. We're going to just build the cover today. So I'm going to use this material for the outside because I think it would really go. It's really pretty. So what we need to do is we need to cut down this chipboard, and because my material is it is 8 3/8, no, 8 3/8. I need some material to fold over the edges, so we're going to cut my chipboard at 7.5 inches, and I want to cut the width. I want to cut it at 5.5 inches because I need at least 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch so that the pages on the inside don't overhang. So like I said, I have the chipboard here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 7.5 inches on my chipboard. Let's 7.5 inches here. I'm just going to cut it all the way across. And I'll do the same for this one, but this one I don't need to go all the way across because I'm only using this piece, a piece of this for the spine. So I'm going to cut it at 7.5. And because I have 2 signatures, I want to make it at least, because I like my books to be a little bit of a chunky monkey, I'm going to put quarter of an inch, and then a half for, so the quarter of an inch is for the first signature. I'm going to leave a quarter of an inch for the next one, like the space in between, and then quarter of an inch for there, and then a quarter, so I'll cut it at 1 inch. So yeah, I'll make sure it's 1 inch here, just so I can have a straight line. So what are you working on, or are you gonna craft along with me? That would be awesome. Okay. Do its jaw, just glide it across, but hold the pressure on your chipboard. Now I got this chipboard, I believe one of the craft books that my grandkids had for drawing and stuff. It's the back chipboard from it. So I'm putting it to good use. Just a little bit more. I'll just one here. The way I look at it anyways. That should embarrass my mother, but good. So I have a proud moment. My granddaughter got her her brown belt in karate. That's exciting. I laid a bit more. I hope I'm not out of frame. I'm going to keep that because that could be used as a spine. So I'm just going to check, make sure. Okay. Now I'm going to cut, I said, 5.5. 5.5 has 11 inches, but I need, I think, 5.25 here. So 5.25, and then 10.5. All right, 5.25, 10.5. Quarter, 10.5. Alrighty, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. It's like a, well, you guys know what Fabri-Tac is, but for those who don't, because I know some of the people that do watch, they are new. Fabri-Tac is like a silicone type of glue. It's good for material on paper, paper to paper. I don't like to use the silicone for paper on paper, but for material, and it's a fast drying glue, so you do have a little bit of wiggle room for making adjustments and stuff, but you have to be careful because it'll seep through your material. But I have to put enough on because this chipboard is soaking it up. So, and I don't want it to come apart. So I'm just gonna, you know, line that up. Get my bone folder and press down. I'll flip it over. Smooth it out, see it come through, but I'm gonna have stuff on the front, so hopefully that'll hide itself. This is just a light cotton, so alrighty. All right, now I need make sure that your spine is measured even to your book, and then you want enough space so that when you're bending your book, so I should keep this. just spreading the glue. I'm just gonna keep this up here so I can keep the glue. All right. Now, make sure I have it measured again properly. Make sure that my edges are lined up. Okay. Now, one more. Sorry, I just need a drink. Oh, summer's almost over. Do you believe it already? It's crazy. We're already into like almost mid-September. We're what, the 10th today? So like over a weekend, we're coming into 2 weeks. It's crazy. And that people that know me, I hate winter. I don't like that word. But yeah, I hate winter. I hate winter even more. But I guess you need things to die in order for it to come back to life. Like the leaves. And I don't like green, but I like the color green. Because that represents summer, not winter. I guess I could use my bone folder, eh? All right. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my scissors, snip off here for the edges. Now, if you're using anything thinner than the chipboard, I like to use Tyvek because Tyvek is pretty durable and it protects your pages from pulling through. So your book is going to go like that. Now I'm just going to glue. I'm going to trim my corners first. Now I like to make sure that you leave enough, and I just taper the edges just a wee bit so that when you fold over and you fold this way, your corners are going to be covered. I should have left a little bit longer, but I can just put this piece of material in the corner. It'll hide it, but I'm going to be putting book corners on here anyways, so that little piece, it won't show too much. So I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so I'll just keep that there, and I'll make sure I cut this one a little bit more. Because you don't want your chipboard, and I just did it again. Oi. La la la. It's okay. Like I said, I'm having corner protectors at the edge here, and then a little bit again up here. Okay, now I'm going to do the long side. I'm going to do it in, I might do it in sections. I'll do it all the way across. here. Just gotta push that. There we go. There. So I'm just gonna take my bone folder, just press it in here, just so that I have the crease. Oh, I hope I didn't leave myself too short. Maybe. I just need a little bit right here. Okay. Alrighty. So there's the outside of our cover. I think that's going to be really pretty. Okay, so let's do the inside. Now, I kind of like that here. I'm thinking more this one here. If I cut that 5.5, and then I'll put something different for the spine, because you're not going to see this a lot of the spine anyway. So what I'll do is okay, who took my pen? Okay, never mind, I found it. So if I go, because it's, I don't need to go right to the edge, so I went at 5, and I'm gonna go 5 1/8. So, alrighty, cross your fingers that I did this right, that I done it right. Sorry, not did it. Okay, just this little oopsie right here, but when I ink the edges and I put my pockets and my corner protector in there, now I just need, I'm cutting most of that off, and you know what? I think I'm going to put a piece wider so that it doesn't show as an afterthought. You know what I mean? I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, right here. Okay. So 7.5, right, is the length. So if I take a quarter, so 7 1/4. And I just want to go a couple inches. And 7 1/4. I guess I really didn't need to draw a line down. Whew, I'm sweating. a little bit warm. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm gonna put that in here. And then this will go like that. So you're not gonna see the spine area. And I have this the other way around, this way. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the edges. Whoop-a-die. Okay, Tim Holtz. Hashtag not sponsored. I'm not doing all of this for promoting, like, because he's sponsoring. No, I'm doing this because I really enjoy it. And I have to say that it's Carol Tinson's fault from Crafty Emporium. I was into another company, but things happened and I left that company, and I love doing crafts and creating different things. So as I was in between deciding what I wanted to do, I've been watching videos, and then Carol Tinson, her video came up, and it was like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I really like it. But then I had to have surgery on my hand because I had torn tendons and stuff. It was a mess in there. So I couldn't really do too much. So yeah, I watched a lot of videos. Like I said, I was couch crafting from my couch, watching what other people are doing, and the little things that I was able to do, I applied it, and I'm far from perfect. I'm still learning, but I really enjoy this. And so I just finally figured, you know, I better listen to my brother, my daughter, my sisters. They just told me, like, you know, just go for it. And I'm really shy. Mind you, can't tell because, you know, babbling on anyways. So I'm using Fabri-Tac because it's fast sticking, and also because it's going on material. So, and I want to make sure that it stays. Oops, sorry about that. My camera went off. All right, one more side and I think we'll call it a day. I'm doing it totally opposite than I did the last time, but you know what? Doesn't matter. It's crafting your way. Your way crafting. And then I get to sit there and pick off the glue. It's so therapeutic. Crafting with me, and yeah, God bless. And we'll do the spine, like I said, at the end. So there's the inside and there's the outside. and we'll have that, but I'm going to decorate that at the end. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I've picked out the papers that I want. Okay, let me figure out the other, because I have this too that I want to, it's a card, but I'm gonna make it a pocket because I'd like to stuff in the love letters into this, I think. So, all right, let's figure out this one here. So I want to try and keep them the same. So this one here. It's kind of a lot of plain pages here. I think I'm going to switch that one. Okay, so that one's got a little tear at the back. I don't want to put that one. I'm going to put oh, sorry, hang on. Ahead, and I put my pages together. So I've got this one, and then a pink, and a nice pattern, coffee stained, beautiful writing page, a doily, lace, and pattern. Oh, that one has, hang on a second. I didn't notice the rip on the top there. So I'll change that one out. And then my center page. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that I can put some stuff in there like I want. But now I have to make the pages fit the book. So my book is, what did I say? It was 7.5, I believe. So from the spine, okay, it's 5 3/8 by 7.5, because I want 1/8 of an inch around so that when I close my book, you're not going to see the pages. So I might even go 1/4 of an inch. So I want to cut my pages to, I'm going to say 5 3/16. If I cut it to there, 5, so that these are 1/8, I believe. So 5 3/8, right? 1, 2, 3/8, and it'll leave less than 1/4 of an inch for inside, so that will leave my book will come to here, so just on this side of that edge. So because when I close my book, it'll push it over just a wee bit. And then the same thing for the length. So I'll cut it 7 1/4. It'll leave 1/8 of an inch on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to do it all together so that right. So there's our pages, all nice and neat. And I'm going to do this one off camera, so you have the idea. So now that when I put it into the book, you won't see the edges of the pages won't be sticking out anywhere. Everything will be nice and flush. So, okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut down this page and then I'll give you a look at see what it looked. Boy, I'll be right back. Get edges here just to make it look vintage. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree, I believe. So I want to stick them down there, and then what I'd like to do for the letters, I'm gonna like distress the letters, and then I'd like to stick them in the pocket, and then I'm gonna tie a string. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue the bottom here, so that way it'll have easier access in and out, because with these here I don't want them to bend a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this string and I'm going to glue a piece to the bottom like this, so it's hidden underneath, and then once I get everything I can stuff it in there to make it so, or I might tie the letters together, and then when you pull it out then you can untie them and take a look at them. So once we get going on that, I'll be able to decide better of how I want to decorate these pages. So yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna gather up a bunch of stuff there, and then we can get together and start decorating the inside. I'm not binding them yet, because if there's any pieces that I would like to pass on my sewing machine, then what I can do is just take that page out, pass it through the sewing machine, and then stick it back in. And then once I'm satisfied that I'm not going to sew in any more pieces, then I'll bind it to my book, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Thank you. God bless. We'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. Now, I've been really thinking hard about this cover. I talked to the lady that I'm making this for, and she wants the spine hidden, or not to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew my signatures in first, and then I will put the lace on the outside of here. But what I found was this beautiful picture, and this was from a freebie from Artymaze, and I'm thinking that could be Rose. So I just want her face and maybe to go underneath, and then I can also fussy cut around this here and bring this flower up like a 3D kind of effect, but we'll see. So I want to do the cover, sort of like the layout of the cover. I'm not going to put this, but I have to place it so I know whereabouts. I don't want to hide too much of the lady's face. Then I also have these little pictures, which is also from Artymaze, but there's one the same as the lady that I want to use on the cover, and she has little the 1-inch punch, which is right here. So I want to cut these out and use them as danglies, but there's a couple of men, and I kind of like this one or him to be George. Probably this one, because this one is cut off on the bottom, so you're not going to really get all of him. But if I use this one and this one, and I'm going to emboss them and use them on a dangly, and put a couple of other things to go with it. And I have a large paper clip, a 3-inch paper clip that I'm going to alter, and I'm going to try and put these two on a paper clip as well, like maybe one in the front and one, like get them cut out and embossed, and work a little bit on the cover and see how that is going to work out. So first I want to get this removed. Oh, and also I've done one of the envelope that I've got. I want to put one on the back as well. So I made one just to show you. Alrighty, so I have a 1-inch punch and my scissors. So I want to use this guy. So I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. This is a new day here for me. It might be the same video for you guys. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to put everything all in one video or if I'm going to break them up. So trim it down, get rid of all the edges, and then I'm going to ink the edges. I'm using burnt corduroy. And the reason I'm inking the edges is because when you cut into paper, you'll have the white lines that show where the cutting is, so it just kind of blends it in, and it also adds a little bit of a vintage feel to it as well. And I did put something on the back because I didn't want them stark white, because I'm not sure if I want to put it like this when I put it on the paper clip. I believe so. I think I'm going to lose my head if it wasn't attached. Like when I do my paper clip, I'm not sure if I'm going to like have it dangle down. Like I'll have a piece of material or something. We'll figure it out when it comes time. So I'll have one on this side and one on the other, like this. So I'm still debating. Okay, so now I want this lady here, so I'm just going to line her up and punch her. I have a Tim Holtz, I believe they're Tim Holtz bulb pins somewhere. Oh, I think I put them all in here. Oops, everything is falling down. but I have a black one. I don't know where my Tim Holtz. Oh, yeah, I put them in here, right there. All right, now I'm going to get my embossing powder. And my heat gun. So I'm going to put it on mute so that you don't have to this way. And that's the Ranger embossing pad. And I got my tweezers. All right, I'm going to poke a hole first. Use my little book. So that I have a hole for my dangly. I'm not going to put on the dangly. I still might emboss them anyways, so. Just want to make sure that it's good in the back. Okay, I got it all embossed. See, I'm not sure. See if we can see if you can see the shiny on it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I done all four. So, and it gives a harder finish, like a glass kind of look on it. There you go. Some beads. I might even hang like put them on a the connectors there. Let's see if that'll work. Key on the bottom for when they move into their new home together. I decided that's the one I'm going to use. Perfect size. Now, see if I can worm its way into that little hole. I can see it. Yep. Well, that worked well. Okay. Oh, that was easy. Alrighty. There. That'll go on the spine, as well as a couple of other things. I don't know why everything is so blurry. There. I had clean up gory details. Okay, where's my pretty little rose? Okay, so what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna fussy cut around like this here. I'm gonna keep this one anyways, but I'll probably use the one that I've already embossed. I think I've embossed it. Oh, that'd be nice on a little snippet. So I'll keep that. Wow, I really like that. What I think I'm going to do is this is pretty much the same. So I'm going to fussy cut. I really like this writing though. But anyways. I can use that in snippets. Or when I'm making some different embellishments. I want to keep as much as this writing as I possibly can. There. Okay. Now, I think that'll work out nice. I have foam pads. I just had them. I understand why these other ladies, when they say that when you get on YouTube to video, yeah, things work out great when you're not taping, but as soon as you put a camera near, yeah, that's pretty much it. I understand now. Oh, I just love how that looks. Now I want to try and crinkle up. Let's see, I like the secrecy of this as well, but I don't have any organza. Or do I? No, I don't think so. I do, but it's yellow, and I don't want to use yellow. So I'm going to ink the edges right now. Now, I have my foam, and I have a wooden oh Lord, I'm just going to use the back of this because this one is picture. So when I put it on here, it's going to poof it out a little bit more and give it a little bit of dimension. But you're still able to see the picture underneath. So good to, I had my little foam pads, honest. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I found my sponge, little sponge pads. I still can't find my stylus thing, but I've been watching Shabbydabbydoodah do a cleanup. It inspired me to clean up my craft area, and guess what? I put it away where it's supposed to be, and now I can't find it. So I think my die cuts and my stylus thing for puffing these papers and stuff out, I think they ran off together somewhere, because yeah, I can't find them anywhere. But anyways, I've been messing around. I just want to kind of see what it's going to look like, and I think it's going to be really pretty, because I want to have that tucked underneath here a little bit, but I don't want my flowers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I put the sponges, I'm just going to leave a couple of areas not totally secure, so that when I put my lace trim on, I can hide a portion of it underneath this flower, so that flower kind of stands out a little bit. So I think that's going to be really pretty. And then I have my my book plate here. I'm going to put that up here. And I have my brads that that's going to go on, and then I'll have my corner pieces there. So I think I'm going to put a little piece of cheesecloth underneath, so it kind of dulls down the pink underneath as well. So I just want to make my lace trims for both sides, just so I can put the big pieces away. So I need 2, so I'll cut it 2 times. There. Have that out of my way. I want to cut this down a little bit because I don't need the whole thing. And then I want to should grab my fabric scissors, which are right there. The glue kind of dried. With this Fabri-Tac, you have some leeway, but if you're not fast enough, it still dries pretty quick. Oh, there's a right side and a wrong side to this, I believe. Oops, I'm not sure. Sorry. If I was out of frame there a little bit. this beauty right here. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't have to secure the spine quite. It kind of hides her face a little bit, kind of gives a little bit of secrecy at the same time, which I think is pretty cool. And I'll put my rose here. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Because these are kind of smaller, I'm gonna stack one on top of the other, just to give it a little bit more height. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the bottom, just because it's gonna go on the material, and I don't really trust it that much to hold. I think I forgot to take the paper off. We have a lot of coyotes and wolves and fox and bears running around our little town, so yeah, I don't like to leave her off her leash too often, but she needs to have a good run, so she's been doing pretty good. When I first got her 4 years ago, I got her from a lady that had 2 small children and didn't really have really all that much time for her. So she wasn't the most disciplined dog. And I think it was a month after I got her, I went outside at 7:30 in the morning so she can have her pee. Took her for a little walk, and there was freezing rain. And anyways, I was just standing there and she gave a tug on her leash, and she can pull pretty hard. Anyways, it was enough that I twisted my ankle and snapped it and had to have surgery to get her fixed. So I don't go very far in the mornings in the winter time. Mind you, I don't like winter. I like spring when things come back to life, and summer when things are in full bloom and just beautiful colors. And yeah, winter not so much. I don't like fall because yeah, things start to die, and I don't like. I know like, but it's the circle of life, eh? There. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Now I'd like to put maybe a little something like that on the bottom here. I kind of like that too. And then I'll have my memories up here. And I should have, yeah, I'm a donkey sometimes. Maybe down here? No. Nope. I should have waited to put this on because now the brads are going to show. But then again, I don't have to have them poking through. I can just have it like that. Can make it look like that it's poking through. What do you think? think I like that. Oops, I'm not sure if you can zoom it in a little bit. I think that's pretty. And maybe this down here a little bit, kind of hiding those flowers. Yeah, I like that. And maybe her children. No, I have a plan for that. Maybe her beloved George. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to coller. I'm going to glue that here. Oops. And I like the memories instead of like journal. So I like that memory part of it better. And oops, I'm out of frame again. I'm sorry. Okay. And I'll tuck that under here, kind of on a slant. There. I'm just going to keep that down nice and tight. And that gives it a little bit of dimension at the same time. Yeah, I really like that. I'm just going to snip off the little... I hope the lady likes it. Okay, so just a quickie for here. So I've got my my other one here. I've got my string here. Got my inking. This here I took from my nail polish. You know when you file your nails and then you polish and buff and all that other, well, it wore down, so I peeled it all off and it left this nice spongy, and it's great. It's great for like doing like stuff like this, because I can't use my foam like you would on the edges to be able to do here. I find this one does a better job to like twist it. There. Now I can use this to ink the edges a little better. Now I take my little pen thingy here and I just go a little wipey want to have just enough to make a little bow. I probably did that backwards, right? Yep. Oh well. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is my tacky glue. Make sure that I have a good bead here just to hold my string right along to the edge, because I can't use this as a tuck because then the string is going to, things will get caught on the string. I mean, I could put a piece of micropore to hold it down so nothing catches on it, but I figure, you know what, this is going to have enough pockets and tucks and whatnot, so I'm just going to put that right here. Make sure it lines up proper. Hold that down. And this is that little newspaper. Oh, not that one. Newspaper clipping, you know, like a photocopy. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make it like an extra journaling. It might be it's going to be too long though, but and then we could use that as a tuck in there. So I'm not sure yet, but I know that I have some. And this one is so sweet. I believe this is the one where he requests the parents hand in marriage of their daughter, I believe. Our lovely love letters. Now I'm just going to bind them like this, twist it, and tie it. And of course I have too long of a string, but that's okay. There. With a little bow. There, how sweet is that? Just tuck that in there, and it's not going to go anywhere. And that one there. And then to work on the cover and on the inside of this here for today. So that'll be, this is going to hide the binding that's going to hold the signatures in. But that's the cover for now. I hope you like. We shall talk to you in a bit. Okay, thank you. God bless. Bye.